guys, I'm here today with the Reading Habits tag. I was tagged by Charlotte from Beetle Books. Thank you so much for tagging me, this is really fun. You guys should definitely go check out her channel, it's brilliant and you'll have loads of fun. I will leave a link to her channel as well as the original video down below. So without further ado, let's get started. Question number 1 is, do you have a certain place at home for reading? When I'm at home, I mostly read on my couch, mainly because there's this nifty little corner that you get to snuggle in and it's very comfortable. The couch is also big enough to sleep in, so if you read until 4 o'clock in the morning, like I totally do not do very often, you then get to pass out right where you are. Very convenient. I will never admit how many times I have done this. Do not ever ask, you will never know. Question number 2 is, do you use a bookmark or a random piece of paper? For this I will have to say both, mainly because I do not have enough bookmarks. Seriously, either I lose them or just the cat gets hold of them. I don't know what happens to them, but it's like they get handed to me and they're just gone. So basically, whenever I cannot find a bookmark, a piece of paper will do just fine. Though on the bright side, I did recently get a magnetic bookmark, which is actually pretty awesome because I've never had one of those before, surprisingly. Question number 3 is, can you just stop reading anywhere, or do you have to stop after a certain amount of pages or after a chapter? This one very much depends on the book. 90% of the time I actually just power through a book completely because I hate waiting to find out what happens. Like when I start, I finish. That's just how I work. On the rare occasion that I do stop reading throughout the night, I do prefer to stop at the end of a chapter. However, if I'm literally nodding off and falling asleep, I kind of do make exceptions. Question number 4 is, do you eat or drink while reading? In all honesty, I am more like a zombie. The outside world just doesn't exist at all. Food and drink are about as foreign to me as walking on Mars once I settle down. However, if I do somehow realize that my body does require liquids for sustenance, I prefer to drink nice hot chocolates. There is nothing better than a cup of hot chocolate at 2 o'clock in the morning. Question number 5 is multitasking. Do you watch TV or listen to music while reading? My answer in general would be no. If it's on, I usually don't even hear it. If someone does put on a TV around me, I don't usually mind, I usually just ignore it. The only time I will actually use music if there's literally a house party type thing going on, or unless my boyfriend's actually playing games on his PC, which is wonderful because he plays online games, so naturally I can hear everyone else's words as well, and that sometimes gets a little bit distracting. If I do, it's usually just something melodic without words. Question number 6 is, one book at a time or several at once? I prefer reading one book, but I do sometimes get bored or I get busy and I actually forget about a book. And odds are, for some reason, once I put a book down, it's actually very unlikely for me to pick it up again. I don't know why this happens, it's just like I get bored, I guess. It's either that or a new book comes along and it's like, oh hey, new book, and then yeah, the other one's kind of forgotten. It's a bad habit, I know. I should stop. Question number 7 is, reading at home or reading everywhere? Well, I mostly read at home because I actually work from home as well, so it's pretty much my main place to be. I do, however, take books with me whenever I'm traveling for more than an hour or so. I guess this would include cars mainly, and on occasion airplanes. It really does improve the overall however many thousand feet in the air feeling thing. Question number 8 is, reading out loud or silently in your head? Definitely silent. My body parts have long been forgotten by now. Also, my mouth would be way too dry and I'd probably lose my voice at the end of all of this. So I'm thinking it's a little bit safer to do this silently. Plus I think I would annoy my boyfriend, because yeah, I don't think it would end too well. Question 9 is, do you read ahead or even skip pages? I honestly hate skipping pages, it spoils it. You really never know what it could take away from the story. You can come across a sentence that seems arbitrary, but later on as you're reading the book you might realize that it actually holds a hint in it. This can give you answers way before you're supposed to actually know them, and that just sucks. I like the mystery. Question 10 is, breaking the spine or keeping it like new? Definitely new. I spent a lot of money on these. When it comes to my older books, I don't really mind. Half the spines are actually broken anyway, so there's nothing I can actually do about it. But if it does come down to it, I don't think I would really mind too much if I had to break one of the spines. However, if I had to lend it out to someone and it's perfectly new and it came back with a broken spine, I might just kill that person. I'm not entirely sure, but they wouldn't exactly be very safe. Question 11 is, do you write in your books? Well, let me put it this way. Anyone who comes near my books with a writing instrument will die. Seriously, I actually have a sword on my shelf. It will be done. I can happily respect people who do write in their books, but it's just not for me. And that was the last question. This was pretty fun. I think for this one, I will tag Elf Books, Penguins and Books, and Little Miss Saucy. And that brings it into this video. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe if you did, and comment down below. What are your reading habits? Do you also guard your books like a maniac, or are you less worried about them? Until next time, bye!